What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some JCB Pioneer Mars. So we're going to go ahead and continue on here. As we left off our last mission, we need to find another mission. So here we are on the trade post. We see there's 5 missions available right now. Seems like the obvious choice would be just to start right at the top and get some air. So obviously this is going to be creating some oxygen. Let's make it happen. So we'll go ahead and accept this mission. And then look at our new mission objectives. Now, the voiceovers seem to not be 100% complete, as RoboGirl is not walking us through what to do on the mission itself. So if we just look there under the mission objectives, go to the CPV and place plans for an O2 generator. Now, we just need to look through the different building blueprints. Right now, of course, we've got an O2 generator available. Let's go ahead and... there we go, right there. Now, I mentioned last episode on not going ham on your RP and spending it, or going too crazy with your upgrades until you have your base self-sufficient, as building this oxygen generator is actually going to cost us, as you see, 2,500 JCB credits. So we need to find a place to put it. The general rule basically is if it's green, you can throw it down. If it turns red, then you're out of range of it being able to function, or not faced properly so it can function. You can rotate it, of course, with Q and E. And essentially what this is for is you have to be able to plug it in. So you have to be able to make that connection to the network itself. I think, right, let's just go right there. I think that seems like a pretty fair location. All right, so we have the plans placed down. We've got a 3D printer out there ready to go. However, we don't have any resources. So collect 5 copper, 5 iron, and 5 zinc. Now, as we noticed, our self-oxygen is getting low. It's definitely dropping down. So let's go ahead and grab a few more of those O2 canisters and get ourselves all juiced up. Now, another thing to note, the skies have cleared a little. And things are a little bit prettier to look at. And as we explore, the vision is not going to be quite as much of an issue. Now, of course, we need our vehicle to be able to mine. So let's grab that bad boy. And we can actually see the quest objective is directly ahead. So let's just head that way. I think it's actually going to be up this hill, maybe? I don't remember. Yeah, it appears like it's kind of up on that slanting hill area there. When you're in your vehicle, F works as your headlights as well, just like your flashlight would. So by all means, if it's nighttime, turn on the lights. Now, how mining and collecting resources is going to work in the game is there are resource pools that are available, and we are approaching one of them now. When you come up to a resource pool, we're going to see a tooltip pop up for it. Now, a lot of times that tooltip is going to show you what is in the resource pool. Sometimes it won't. We see that this one has iron, copper, aluminum, and zinc, and we're looking for copper, iron, and zinc. So it's got everything we need right here. So let's go ahead and pull up to that resource pool. Come to a complete stop and then hit V to enter mining mode. And it is going to let us mine down into the goods. Now, if you're out of reach, it's gonna, the targeting icon is gonna show red, and you're not gonna be able to reach that spot like if I was aimed over there. However, it is actually creating a hole in this resource, and as you see, the resource size on the tooltip dropped from 200 down to 197. So each one of these resource pools is going to offer a certain amount of resources. Once that runs dry, then that resource pool is going to be gone. Now, currently, I believe when you log out and log back in, I think the resource pools are respawning. However, I'm not 100% positive on that. So you see, we are just getting mad copper here, and hopefully we're able to get everything before running out of any inventory spots. You can always just hit I at any time and open your inventory and look. As you see, we've got, what, 1 zinc, 1 aluminum, which I don't think we actually needed the aluminum. We've got 3 iron and 7 copper, so we're good to go on the copper. We need more iron and zinc. So let's just keep on digging until we get all of our goods. Getting lots of aluminum out of here. I've actually yet to completely drain one of these things. Okay, so we've got all our iron now. All we're really looking for now is more zinc. Here's 1 more, but we need more zinc than that. So let's zinc it up here. Give me the goods! There's 2 zinc. How many more do I need, for gosh sakes? Oh, just 1 more. Now, as we see here, as I mentioned last episode, how your inventory works is you've got 2 different numbers. So, like here, I've got 4 zinc, but they're taking 12 spots. So I'm actually 52 of 60 on my onboard vehicle inventory space currently. And it's very easy to fill that up. Now I am 4 of 10 still on my suit. So I can always transfer some of this over if I chose to. In fact, let's go ahead and move over some of that aluminum. And I can transfer 3 of the aluminum before my suit is full. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we see my suit is 10 of 10, and I've got aluminum in the inventory slots in my suit itself. Now let's go ahead and get the rest of that zinc. And there we go. So now we actually hit V again, we'll leave the mining mode, and we actually have to get back and give these resources to that 3D printer that is creating our oxygen. Now, of course, when you're out mining, all of your items, or a lot of your items anyway, are going to be stored in the vehicle's inventory as it's so much larger than your personal inventory. And to deliver these items, you just want to pull up as close as you can to that 3D printer. As you see, since this is a mission, we've got an objective right there on screen. Depending on the size of what you're building, sometimes you have to kind of pick and choose which side you approach it from. However, I just want to get as close as I can. In fact, I'm going to get all the way to it till I bump, and then hit my inventory, and it's going to give me the option here. It's going to show what I need to build it: 5 iron, 5 zinc, 5 copper, and it's going to give me the option just to automatically transfer all that to the 3D printer. So let's go ahead and do that, and away it goes. And we will have oxygen production very, very quickly. Gonna just let that run for a minute. Alright, so we do have oxygen produced now. We can just go ahead and close that out, as currently, although we do have oxygen being produced, we're not going to be able to use it quite yet. However, it is going to be providing our habitat with oxygen once we get everything connected. So let's go ahead and park this bad boy. Get that guy juiced right back up. And then head to the habitat. Now, the mission is complete. So when we roll through the door, it's going to show completed mission. Now here, we're actually going to get a reward. So it shows the mission ending. Get some air, 100% complete. We're going to go ahead and claim that. Now, what claiming it does is just put it onto the rewards tab. Then you actually need to go to that tab to collect the actual reward. And you see that gets us squared away. Now, you might wonder, why is my oxygen level not going up? And as we saw with the solar panel, everything needs to be connected to the network. So we're going to come back over to the CPV, we're going to go back down to the wiring mode, and then we want to find the wire that will connect. Now, obviously, I think one going from this side to this is going to be the closest route. When we highlight that particular plug, it's going to highlight the other adjacent plug that's going to work for it. And then now our oxygen production is turned green, and we should be producing the juice. Now it's going to take a little while before that to get all squared away and ready to go, and we need another mission. So let's head back over to the trade post, and let's see, our options next are food, water, refining, and then storage. So I'm going to do these in kind of a funky order. I'm going to go food, water, and then storage, as in my previous playthrough I did find that inventory was an issue and I ended up throwing a lot of stuff away, and that's no good. Let's go ahead and choose emergency rations here. And now that we have a new mission, it's going to bring up new objectives. So go to the CPV and place plans for a hydroponics lab. Easy enough. Let's see, and here is our hydroponics. Same thing as with the oxygen. We just need to find a place to put it down where it will be able to connect to the network. So since it's showing green right here, let's just slap that bad boy right there. And it is a little close to the habitat. However, I think I still have room to navigate through on a vehicle if I had to. So now it's telling us we need 10 carbon and 10 iron. Now I do have a little bit more research points and some more JCB credits, so I am actually going to head on over and check out that next upgrade, as the next upgrade to the vehicle is actually a pretty nice one. If you click on it here, you're going to see all the stuff you get. I'm going to get 10 more cargo capacity, my top speed is going to be increased, my engine power is going to be increased, mass battery capacity, and I'm going to gain a small corrosive shield. Now, I mentioned earlier not to go crazy on spending your JCB credits, as if we go ahead and buy this and head back over to what we just unlocked, we're going to see it's going to cost 5,000 JCB credits just to install this item. So let's go ahead and make it happen. Now, the reason I said be careful in the beginning is until you complete all those missions and get your habitat self-sustaining, you can run out of JCB credits before you finish those missions. So you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing and not going too crazy on the upgrades until you absolutely know that you're going to be able to complete the next mission and that you can afford to get the task done. So we need 10 carbon and 10 iron. Let's go ahead and get out of here and start exploring a little bit. Now, as I mentioned in the first episode, sometimes where the waypoint is marked is not necessarily always the fastest route to where you want to go. Now, I have done these starter missions a few times, so I have a basic idea of where I want to go, although the Mars landscape can be very, very confusing. So just take your time, don't run out of oxygen, always carry repair kits, and just give yourself plenty of opportunity to explore around. So as we see, we're hitting another meteor zone. Oh, this one's going to be really close. Actually, I didn't take any damage, so it wasn't too terrible. And then now we see the green goo. Oh yeah, there's a gassy cloud down there. And that is not happy times, as you can imagine. So I want to do my best to avoid that corrosive cloud some. However, it's going to be inevitable that sometimes you're just going to have to go through them a little. But if you watch the warnings and you staying in the near section is fine. But once you get to the point where you're in that particular hazard zone, you really want to get out of it as quickly as possible. See, this one's going to require a little bobbing and weaving to get to the objective. And it actually looks like... where is it going to be? Looks like if we come down through this way... The starting rover does kind of handle like a dream. It handles really well. It's very easy to grab the controls and get around. Of course, as I say that, I start doing donuts. I just can't lay off the gas pedal. Alright, and here we go. We've got another resource pool. Now, this resource pool is going to show question marks. So we don't know what's in it. If we scan, it's then going to show the carbon and show exactly what is in that pool. So that's how you can tell right away if it's a pool that you want. Now, we do need 10 carbon. Now, this one is 100% carbon, so we know that's all we're going to get out of it. And that's good game. Let's see, there's 3. Now, I want to try to do this without having to sell off too many of my items. So I am going to be careful and just collect the exact amount that I need. I'm at 6 carbon right now. Let's keep it on with the digging. That should be 9, so I actually am going to go over a little bit. But we also see this resource vein has just a ton of carbon in it, and it's pretty quick to get to, so I can always come back to it if I need to. If I look at my inventory, I've now got 12 carbon. I only needed 10, so good to go there. Let's get out of mining mode with V and head over and find our next objective. So one of the easiest ways, as you see, there's another crate over there. Inventory issues at the moment, so I'm not even going to bother with that. I can scan whenever I want, and as I mentioned, it's going to show those crates and resource pools pop up as a waypoint for you. One of the easiest ways to navigate between objectives is to just always go back. You don't have to go back to the hab, but go back to the general direction of the hab, and then find your new waypoint from there. See if we can't get through all this without taking too much damage. We actually have a resource pool right here, and this one is 50-50 iron and aluminum, and we know we need more iron, so let's just go ahead and start digging right here and hope for the best with those meteors and hope nothing comes back and makes my day miserable. You can get hit by one of them, so it's not a huge issue if you do get smoked. Plus, you can always also hop out and repair your vehicle. Probably going to have to dump some aluminum or copper here. Two iron that time. That's a good sign, as we need 10. Having the limited amount of inventory spaces makes the initial missions with collecting, it can give you a little bit of back and forth and a little grindy grind. But, you know, that comes with any survival game in the beginning. You've always got to run around and punch trees or do whatever you need to do. Alright, so now it's telling me my cargo hold is full. However, I've only got 6 iron, so I need 4 more iron. I'm going to have to free up some spots. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I think get rid of this copper, and I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of all of it. So the copper's gone. That actually only freed up a couple more spots, so that's not a huge savings. However, need 4 more iron. That's actually 8. I need to get rid of one more thing. Let's get rid of, we'll get rid of 1 aluminum. I think we might have to switch back and forth. There we go. Yeah, let's just get rid of 1 more aluminum. That's going to give us enough space to get the job done here, and let's hope that we find some iron. With 50-50, you'd think there would be some iron present here. And there we go, 3 iron. Was that enough to get the job done? No, I need 1 more iron. And of course it gives me aluminum. Thank you very much. So, rinse and repeat. Gonna have to sell something off. Let's just go ahead and get rid. Well, let me see what I've got in my suit. I've got aluminum in my suit as well. So let's just go ahead and get rid of a little bit more aluminum. And 2 of them will work, and then that should free up hopefully enough space to get 1 more iron. Now, as you notice, that O2 did pop up a minute ago, so you need to be conscious of that. This is a survival game, And on hardcore mode, you are going to need food, water, and oxygen. So make sure you don't run yourself out. Bad things will happen. So same thing as last time, the corrosive gas is still there. Let's try to avoid that a little bit. However, we are headed directly back to the hab, so I'm not going to be super careful. You know what, let's not be careful at all. Let's just go right through the middle and see what it does to us. Now, I do have a slight corrosive shield, which is going to help. So I actually didn't take very much damage at all with that quick little jaunt through it. And periodically, you are going to have to go through the bad stuff, so don't be too terrified of it. That, and you can always repair your vehicle if things do go poorly. Let's get back over here, and then same thing as before. I just want to get the vehicle as close as I can. That way I get that option to just auto-add the items that it's needed. And sometimes you have to get the nose of your vehicle right in there. It does work from your inventory as well, so if you're carrying the items on your person, that's no problem. Let's see, let's try to get it in here. Are we going to be able to get close enough? Does not appear. Alright, so let's go back out and let's hit it from the other side and see if we can't get a little bit closer to the item that we're actually looking for. Donuts for the win. Overdonut just a touch. However, I think this angle we're going to be able to get a little bit closer to the objective. Hopefully. And there we go. So, of course, we're looking for 10 iron, 5 aluminum, and 10 carbon. We've got all that, so let's just go ahead and click the button, and away it goes. Now, you know, it's going to take a second or two for that 3D printer to, you know, to build up our new piece of equipment. And we are going to need to connect it just like we did with everything else. So let's go ahead and park the ride. I'm getting a little out of control with the fishtailing here today. Doesn't matter where you throw it inside the garage, you're still going to get the repair and the oxygen. So just get it in. Doesn't matter where. So let's head back over. We're going to get our mission finished here. Claim that, and then head to rewards and actually get our JCB credits. And then now, once again, we have no more missions. So we're going to have to go through and pick up another mission next. However, before I get to that point, we need to make sure our newest piece of equipment is powered up. So we look here, go back to our wiring mode, we see it's red, so it's got no juice. And I just have to find the cord, the power cord that's going to connect. And as we see here, it is actually that one. So that will do it for this episode. Click that like button, please subscribe to the channel, and we will be back next episode with the next mission. So thanks again, and I will see you then.